Howdy, food fans! Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that's about as much fun as a root canal, but about 1,000 times more important: emergency preparedness. Look, life throws curveballs, whether it's a natural disaster, economic downturn, or, well, let's just say unexpected supply chain hiccups. When those curveballs come flying, a well-stocked pantry can be your best friend. We're not talking about hoarding here, folks, but about smart, strategic stocking of shelf-stable essentials. Think of it as culinary insurance. And when it comes to shelf life, nutrition, and versatility, you can't beat powdered foods. Now, I know what you're thinking. Powdered food? That's about as appealing as a mouthful of sawdust. But hold your horses. We're going way beyond powdered milk and eggs here, although those are important too. We're talking about the building blocks of a flavor-packed, nutrient-rich emergency pantry that will make you wonder why you ever doubted the power of powder. So buckle up, Buttercup, and let's get this powdered party started. All right, let's kick things off with the granddaddy of them all, powdered milk. I know, it gets a bad rap. Memories of lukewarm, chalky school lunches probably come to mind. But trust me, folks, powdered milk has come a long way. First off, let's talk shelf life. We're talking years, people. Stored properly in a cool, dry place, a good quality powdered milk can last for up to a decade. That's right, a decade. Try finding that kind of staying power in a gallon of fresh milk. Now, about that chalky taste. Most of that comes down to improper mixing. Here's the key. Start with a small amount of water, whisk in the powder until it's completely dissolved, then add the rest of the water. And don't be afraid to experiment with different brands. Some are creamier, some are sweeter. It's all about finding what you like. But here's the real kicker. Powdered milk is packed with nutrition. We're talking protein, calcium, vitamin D, the whole shebang. It's basically a nutritional powerhouse in powdered form. Now, I'm not suggesting you ditch fresh milk altogether, but as a long-lasting, shelf-stable alternative for emergencies, powdered milk is a no-brainer. Use it for drinking, baking, cooking, you name it. In a pinch, you can even sprinkle it over cereal or oatmeal for an extra boost of nutrition. And here's a little bonus tip. Rehydrate your powdered milk in advance and store it in the fridge. That way it's ready to go when you need it, just like the real deal. So don't knock powdered milk till you've tried it, folks. It just might surprise you. Next up, we're tackling another pantry staple that often gets a bad rap: powdered eggs. Yes, I know, the words powdered and eggs don't exactly scream culinary delight. But hear me out, folks, because powdered eggs can be a real lifesaver in a pinch. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room: the taste. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Powdered eggs will never win any awards for replicating the flavor of a fresh, farm-fresh egg. But with the right technique, they can be surprisingly palatable. The key is to use them in dishes where the flavor of the eggs isn't the star of the show. Think scrambled eggs, omelets, quiches, or even baked goods. In these applications, powdered eggs can provide a similar texture and binding power to their fresh counterparts, without overpowering the other flavors in the dish. And let's not forget about the shelf life. Properly stored, powdered eggs can last for years, making them a valuable addition to any emergency pantry. They're also incredibly lightweight and compact, which is a major bonus if you're trying to conserve space or weight. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what about the cholesterol? Well, here's the good news. Powdered eggs typically contain less cholesterol than fresh eggs. They're also pasteurized, which means they're safe to eat without cooking. So how do you use these magical powdered wonders? It's simple. Just whisk the desired amount of powder with a little bit of water until it's smooth. Then, use it just like you would fresh eggs in your favorite recipes. Powdered eggs might not be the sexiest ingredient in the pantry, but they're a versatile and long-lasting option that can come in handy when fresh eggs are scarce. So don't be afraid to give them a try. Okay, folks, let's talk about protein. It's the building block of life, the engine of our muscles, and let's face it, it just makes us feel good. But when disaster strikes, protein can be one of the hardest nutrients to come by. That's where powdered protein supplements come in. Your secret weapon for maintaining strength and energy when it matters most. Now, I'm not talking about bulking up like a bodybuilder here, although you're welcome to. I won't judge. I'm talking about ensuring your body has the essential amino acids it needs to function properly, especially during times of stress. Powdered protein comes in many forms: whey, soy, rice, pea, you name it. Each has its own set of benefits and drawbacks, so it's all about finding what works best for you. Whey, for example, is a complete protein that's quickly absorbed by the body, making it ideal for post-workout recovery or a quick energy boost. Soy protein, on the other hand, is a plant-based option that's high in fiber and isoflavones, which are thought to have various health benefits. The beauty of powdered protein is its versatility. You can add it to smoothies, shakes, yogurt, oatmeal, even baked goods. It's a sneaky way to boost the protein content of your meals without sacrificing flavor or texture. And let's not forget about the shelf life. Powdered protein can last for months, even years if stored properly, making it a valuable asset to your emergency pantry. Just make sure to keep it in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. So, whether you're a gym rat, a vegan, or just someone who wants to be prepared for anything, powdered protein supplements are a smart and convenient way to ensure you're getting enough of this essential nutrient. Let's be honest, folks, there's nothing quite as comforting as a warm, fluffy pile of mashed potatoes. They're the culinary equivalent of a warm hug on a cold day. But when you're facing a crisis, the last thing you want to do is peel, boil, and mash potatoes. Enter powdered potatoes, your secret weapon for instant comfort food satisfaction. These unassuming flakes might not look like much, but trust me, they pack a powerful punch of flavor and convenience. Made from real potatoes that have been cooked, mashed, and dehydrated, powdered potatoes rehydrate in minutes with just a little bit of hot water or milk. And don't let the simplicity fool you. These flakes are surprisingly versatile. Of course, you can whip up a batch of classic mashed potatoes in a flash. But don't stop there. Use them to thicken soups and stews, bind veggie burgers, or even make a crispy potato crust for your favorite casserole. And best of all, powdered potatoes have an incredibly long shelf life. We're talking years, folks. That means you can stock up now and rest assured that you'll have a comforting, familiar meal ready to go when disaster strikes. Plus, powdered potatoes are surprisingly affordable, making them a budget-friendly option for emergency preparedness. So next time you're at the grocery store, don't be afraid to toss a few boxes of this pantry staple into your cart. All right, folks, let's talk about peanut butter. It's a beloved classic, a nutritional powerhouse, and let's be honest, it's just plain delicious. But when it comes to emergency preparedness, traditional peanut butter has one major drawback. It can go rancid. But fear not, peanut butter lovers, there's a solution: powdered peanut butter. This shelf-stable superhero packs all the flavor and nutrition of regular peanut butter, but with a fraction of the fat and a much longer shelf life. Made from roasted peanuts that have been pressed to remove most of the oil, powdered peanut butter has a concentrated, slightly nutty flavor that's surprisingly addictive. And because it's in powdered form, it's incredibly versatile. Mix it with water to create a classic peanut butter spread, perfect for sandwiches, crackers, or dipping. Add it to smoothies for a protein and flavor boost. Use it in baking to create peanut butter cookies, cakes, and more. And here's a bonus tip. Powdered peanut butter is a fantastic way to add flavor and nutrition to savory dishes. Sprinkle it over stir-fries, noodles, or even roasted vegetables for a unique and delicious twist. But the best part? Powdered peanut butter can last for months, even years, if stored properly in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. So whether you're a peanut butter aficionado or just looking for a versatile and long-lasting source of protein and healthy fats, powdered peanut butter is a pantry staple that shouldn't be overlooked. All right, folks, let's talk veggies. We all know they're good for us, packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. But when it comes to emergency preparedness, fresh produce isn't exactly the most practical option. That's where powdered vegetables come in, your secret weapon for sneaking in your daily dose of greens and reds and oranges, no matter what life throws your way. Now, I know what you're thinking. Powdered vegetables? That sounds about as appetizing as a mouthful of lawn clippings. But trust me, folks, powdered vegetables have come a long way from the bland, chalky powders of yore. These days, you can find a wide variety of powdered vegetables, from leafy greens like spinach and kale, to root vegetables like carrots and beets, to even exotic options like mushrooms and tomatoes. And the best part? They retain most of their nutritional value even in powdered form. So, how do you use these dehydrated wonders? It's simple. Add them to smoothies for a nutritional boost. Stir them into soups and stews for extra flavor and thickness. Sprinkle them on eggs, pizza, or even popcorn for a sneaky serving of veggies. And because they're dehydrated, powdered vegetables have an incredibly long shelf life. We're talking months, even years, if stored properly in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. So whether you're a veggie lover or just looking for a convenient and long-lasting way to boost the nutritional value of your meals, powdered vegetables are a pantry staple that shouldn't be overlooked. Well, folks, there you have it. A crash course in the wonderful world of powdered pantry staples. Remember, we're not talking about gourmet dining here. We're talking about preparedness, about having a safety net of nutrition when you need it most. Think of it like this: a well-stocked pantry is like a well-tuned engine. You might not need it every day, but when you do, you'll be glad you took the time to give it a little TLC. So, stock up on these powdered powerhouses, rotate your supplies regularly, and rest assured that you're ready for whatever life throws your way. And remember, in the immortal words of Julia Child, always remember, if you're alone in the kitchen and you drop the lamb, you can always just pick it up. Who's going to know? Just kidding, folks. But seriously, be prepared. You'll thank me later.